The following production was created by one man with a mic. If you have suggestions for any upcoming titles or would like to hire one man with a mic for all your voiceover needs, feel free to leave a message in the comments below this posting.
Welcome to Suspense Studio. Tonight's tale of terror comes from an actual ghost story from the hills of West Virginia. It seems that in the early 20th century, a young homeless girl by the name of Jenny used to live near the tracks. One evening, the reason for which no one knows, she was tragically killed when a train ran over her. And now, some people say that on clear nights, right before a storm, if you look closely, you can see a ghostly light. The light of the lantern she used to carry when walking in the evening. And you can hear something else too. You can hear Jenny's screams echo.
Rebecca studied her reflection in the hotel bathroom's door-mounted mirror. The muted amber glow of the safety light reflected the tear streaks on her cheeks. She removed her slacks and perched on the cold toilet lid, fingering her bruises. She wanted to scream, curse, do something, but she could hear Mark snoring like a Kodiak bear in the outside room and feared waking him. Although, after downing 2 64-ounce cans of Old Milwaukee, he was probably dead to the world anyway, for a few blissful hours at least. Creeping to the bathroom, her foot had crunched one of the empty cans, causing her blood to chill, as she froze in place, praying that his eyes wouldn't open and fix on her like a Doberman with a trespassing squirrel. He gave a brief snort and rolled over to his left side, allowing her to slip into the bathroom, carefully closing the door behind her. Applying a smear of antibiotic ointment, she winced as her finger brushed against her purpled skin. A sob bubbled up from her gut. She bit her finger, stuffing the emotion down into an already overloaded psyche. From out in the bedroom, Mark snorted again. Rebecca ground her teeth as a bitter taste filled her mouth. She stared at her reflection, glad to see that there was still some fire in her eyes not yet extinguished. The woman in the mirror could still turn heads, she thought. 2 years ago, before she had met and married Mark, she was a vivacious platinum blonde, 24 years old, who could attract the stares of men like a magnet attracted iron filings. The outside reflection appeared unchanged. It was the inside that was in danger of dying, and she, ever since arriving in Harper's Ferry, had felt a strange but welcome renewing of the determination to prevent that very thing from happening. She decided to walk to the Old Town Cafe on Potomac, where earlier Mark had wolfed down a sub-sandwich and an ice cream, accusing her once again of gaining weight while she picked at her meager salad. She quietly dressed, put on her sneakers, shoved Mark's wallet into her pocket, and grabbed her purse, holding it close to her chest to prevent anything from clanking around and waking Mark. She carefully exited the room. Leaving the Hilltop House Hotel parking lot, she felt elation rise in her stomach. The warm, fragrant April breeze energized her as she turned down Columbia Street, then onto High Avenue. She had her purse and Mark's wallet, with all his cash and credit cards. If she wanted to, she could buy a ticket at the Amtrak station across from the cafe. Mark would be stuck. I'd be leaving with almost nothing, she thought, making a left onto Hog Alley. Standing on the intersection of Hog Alley and Potomac Street, she considered returning to the hotel. Mark would surely come after her if she ran. "Stop it," a voice inside her head spoke. Was it in her head? No, it couldn't be. Even though she had lost her dignity and self-esteem to Mark, she sincerely doubted that she was becoming schizophrenic. An unseasonably cold wind whistled down Potomac Street, flapping the cafe's outdoor sign advertising, "Try our famous old-fashioned lemonade and ice cream." Rebecca stared past the cafe and squinted at a bright light several yards down the track. "He's mine," the voice in Rebecca's head whispered. "You have no place at his side or in his heart." Again the cold wind gusted. Like a winter wind floating a fragile leaf, she felt this cold wind pushing against her back, coaxing her across the street, up the ramp leading into the Amtrak station. She paused at the door. "Leave all of him behind," the voice whispered. Rebecca stuffed the cash, approximately $1,200 if she had taken the time to count, into her pocket and flung the wallet as far as she could out into the tracks, leaving his credit cards, driver's license, and other assorted IDs behind. After the Amtrak train, carrying a peacefully sleeping Rebecca, departed the station, the cold wind flowed up East Ridge Street, whipped around the Hilltop House Hotel, howling a greeting to one particular guest, attempting to sleep off a hangover. He grunted and rolled over, ignoring the whooping wind. Seconds later, the phone jangled on the night table. The bells tore his drunken stupor to shreds, and the flashing red lights and hammers of pain through his already throbbing head. "Answer the phone," he groaned to the empty bed beside him. "Damn it, answer the phone if you know it's good for you." He forced himself to sit upright, feeling nausea begin to bubble up in his throat like a fat spider stuck in a narrow drainpipe. He clicked on the bedside lamp. The light burned into his skull and illuminated the empty bed beside him. "Get out of the damn bathroom and answer the phone!" he yelled. He stood, resisting the urge to vomit, and stomped to the bathroom door. "Get out of here now or it's gonna be worse!" he yelled. Hearing nothing but the clanging of the phone and the thud of blood in his own brain, he kicked open the bathroom door. She wasn't there. He let out a foul-tasting belch and dropped to his knees over the toilet. After a few gushing torrents and a handful of dry heaves, he ripped a fistful of toilet paper from the roll and wiped his mouth. The phone continued to ring. He pulled himself up, staggered around Rebecca's bed, and picked up the phone. "Who is this? What the hell do you—" He heard a soft, female, prankish-sounding giggle on the line. "This is you, isn't it?" He belched and tasted hops and stomach acid. Another impish giggle whispered from the phone. "You get back here now or you'll be sorry." The voice giggled again, this time with a sinister vibrato growl that momentarily caused Mark to pull the phone from his ear. The line went dead.